10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, the Zoom homies.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by LK Productions. You think? So it looks like YouTube's having major issues. It's stuck on the Zoom. Stream's been running for 3 minutes now. There's just something going on with YouTube. It's like really slow. It's on ultra low latency. Does not support closed captioning. Well, no kidding. I'm not trying to run closed captioning. This is weird. This is really weird. Zoom is showing on. There it goes. It finally popped up. Man, that's terrible. Yeah. Okay, so Zoom is being seen, but Zoom is not being heard. Now Zoom should be heard. I don't know how long that's going to take to kick in.
Shouldn't take that long.
It shouldn't, but it took about 3 minutes for it to go from the screen that I used to start to go to the opening to go to where it's at right now. And that's just incredibly long. And there's absolutely nothing running on my computer. Well, OBS. Looks like Davinci might still be open, but I'll close it.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. What'd you do, Alex? Leave and come back?
Oh, yeah. And Zoom is being heard over YouTube.
Yeah, I know it is now. It wasn't before because, well, I'm not going to go down that path again because obviously you're like little children. I mentioned it the other day, and like little children, you guys just keep right on yapping after the show starts. So keep it up. Boys and girls, wipe the stupid grin off your face.
What, there's girls in here?
Well, there might be. I don't know.
I doubt that.
I think it's just a saying. So I'm going to see if the opening will replay or not. Actually, it still shows on the opening. This is weird.
It's looking perfectly fine from what I'm seeing.
It's probably my system, Jim, truth be known. Let's try this again. So there's
10, 9, 8,
2,
7,
3,
6,
4,
5, 4,
6,
3,
7,
2,
8,
1. And now, the Zoom homies.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by LK Productions. 26. It still hasn't switched. I'm re-showing the opening right now, and it still hasn't switched.
There it goes.
It's
So it's about a 35-second delay. I still don't have it. If you guys just not got it, I still there. Now I finally just got it.
no,
So-
it was fine. Let me just give me 1 second. I want to do. Let me try something here. Hang on a second. I'm going to put.
Was the
Yes.
Super Bowl, that's what it was.
Possibly, quite
They were
honestly,
taking
it
up all
could
the
be.
internet speed.
Now I'm watching myself holding this on YouTube, and it was maybe a 5 or 6 second delay.
So it's on my end then.
4-second delay over here.
So
Well, I can't restart the machine in a minute, so that's
No.
restarting the stream.
Don't
is out.
don't go
Yeah,
there.
about a 4 or 5 for me.
Let me know when you see the introduction starting now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Yep.
Five.
Now about 5
Four.
seconds, maybe 6.
Okay,
Three,
I'll tell you when I see
two,
it on my monitoring screen,
1.
and I've refreshed.
and
it.
now
countdown.
the Zoom
It
homies.
was only about 3 seconds for me. 0.
Yeah.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show,
Same thing
featuring
here.
the Zoom homies,
Oops.
produced by LK Productions.
Tony Wallow Studio.
YouTube did sponsor the Super Bowl, some of it. Maybe their system's clogged.
Well, he's the only one who's got the delay going on.
I just
so.
now got it. Just now.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, do your best to try to ignore it.
Yeah, I got to figure out. Yeah, clearly.
That's that fast fiber optic Ken's got.
That's what it is. Paying off tonight, that's
Sorry,
for sure.
couldn't resist.
But me and Ken have essentially the same fiber optic, and mine's slower than his is, and I'm experiencing the same thing everybody else is.
As in, you're getting it within a matter of seconds. Okay, I'm going to run it one more time. I tried something here, so
Mine was about
10,
3 seconds.
I just
9,
restarted
8,
it.
7,
Okay, that
6,
fixed it. Whatever that
5,
issue was,
4,
that fixed it.
3,
Wow,
Okay.
that is
2,
ridiculous.
1. And now the Zoom homies.
What did you do?
Shut the browser down and restarted the browser completely.
Ah.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout
Yeah,
Live
Yeah,
Show,
because
featuring the Zoom
I went
homies,
over and checked the settings.
produced by
and the studio,
LK
they were
Productions.
fine. So the only thing it could be because YouTube did sponsor the doggone Super Bowl is possibly since I logged in, I don't know, 5 o'clock this afternoon. It's been sitting there all this time and it just got jammed up into traffic. So Bobby Warren thought he was first tonight. And I say that because he was not. And I believe it's not that one. It's that one right there. It clearly shows that Tony Wallow was first, and I don't know if you can read that or not. Yep, you can read it. Tony Wallow was first at 7:10. Bobby Warren was second at 7:39. He missed it by this much. So
I will only make this following comment. I'm not hearing anything from outside in the neighborhood, so I'm going to assume the Eagles lost.
they did. I have to say they should have because with 3 seconds to go, Kansas City kicked a field goal, and I don't think anybody can score in 3 seconds.
Not that
So
I'm aware of.
No, but I'm a Kansas City guy if you make me pick, but I thought that last penalty call was wrong.
Yeah.
it was a little bit.
He touched him, but I don't really think he interfered with him.
Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a little bit. I don't know what the word I want is, but yeah, that was not a penalty.
I think Kansas City would have had an opportunity to win anyway, but they wouldn't have been lined up as well. For the
Yeah.
field goal.
Clearly,
And it would have been early enough to give the Eagles a chance to come back down.
yeah, it's like the Duke Virginia game from yesterday that I mentioned last night. The ACC actually came out and said the officials got it wrong. Why, if this is they're viewing a replay yesterday of this thing. They're watching the clock, determining a foul. If the replay people didn't catch it, and the ACC is monitoring the replay officials, what does that tell you? I mean, we're going to go ahead and make the wrong call now, and then tomorrow we're going to tell you we made a mistake and it was wrong. I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I suspect the deal is they just are not going to interfere with the officials at the time.
Could be.
Regardless.
It could be.
I mean, unfortunately, bad officiating is part of sports.
Oh yeah. Well, it's called home court advantage for a reason. You know?
Well, it doesn't always go to the home team, but probably more than not.
You know what my alternate name is for an Philly sports team fan? A hopeless romantic.
Oh, I don't care about Duke, and I don't care about Virginia. It was clearly the wrong call. The guy got fouled with 0.3 of a second left on the clock. But they ruled he didn't get fouled until after the clock hit double zeros. Well, okay. They got Virginia won in overtime. That's the way what the game was meant to come out. The ACC came out today and said, nope, that was the wrong call. He should have been at the free throw line. Now, granted, if he would have, he probably would have missed the free throws because he couldn't shoot free throws. But we'll never know.
Yep.
Okay, I have a non-technical and non-sports related question
What?
for everybody.
Wrong channel.
Okay, so I
No.
bought me some tea bags, some cold brewed tea bags or whatever, because it was only $2 and I was able to get 24 of them for $2. Well, I had the idea of I put these tea bags in could you brew them hot and then put ice in them. Well, I had the right idea of putting the tea bags instead of a pod in my Keurig machine, and it's been working fine. The only question I have is the tea bags that I got are supposed to make a gallon of tea. So my question is, I can only brew 12 ounces of water or whatever at a time through my Keurig. So my question is, how many times do you think I can reuse one of those tea bags?
I
wouldn't reuse them.
If they're made for a gallon, you can probably reuse it quite a few times.
Well, yeah, it's simple math. The tea bag itself is made to make 1 gallon of tea, correct?
Right.
Remember how many ounces are in a gallon.
Exactly. How many ounces are in a gallon? That's how many times you can reuse it. If you can only make 12 ounces at a time, that's just simple math.
Theoretically, you could reuse it 5 times.
Yeah,
I just make a gallon and just be done with it. But
yeah, now your Keurig, you don't have one of them carafe things you can put in there and make?
No, mine's a cheap model. I just only setting it has is 8 ounces, a button for 8 ounces, 10 ounces, and 12 ounces.
Well, we know Gary's here.
Do you ever make sun tea with one of those big tea bags?
No, I can't say that I have.
Well, I mean, you get a big jar. It's made to do it that way, and you stick the bag in there with a bunch of water, and you leave it out in the sun.
Yeah.
I suppose it'd work better in the summertime, but
my grandmother used to do that.
I've done that.
Get
Long
you a
time
gallon
ago.
jug, a glass jar of a gallon, put it out in the sun, and sun tea. Yeah, pretty
But
popular.
I want it to be strong, so I don't.
Your machine makes what, 12 ounces at a time?
Yes.
You'd have to use that tea bag 10 times then. Because what is it, 128 ounces
Yeah,
of a
10
gallon?
times. Yeah. 128 ounces in a gallon,
Right.
fluid ounces.
Yeah, I bet it probably won't last much past 5 times.
Yeah, it'd probably
Yeah,
fall
probably
apart
do.
after that.
Yeah.
I just throw one tea bag in my coffee maker and it makes a half a gallon. I fill the half a gallon. I fill the rest of the way up with just cold water.
Or you could make it 5 times and add water to it after it's made to make twice as much.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been making 12 ounces and then just I've been making 12 ounces and put my sugar in it or whatever, and then just adding ice to it because it brews it hot, so the ice will almost instantly melt, or some of it will.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Kansas City won. I haven't gone to verify that yet, but
No, I saw the ending.
Why did my
Eagles threw a
hearing,
long, tried to throw it all the way down, and he threw it way short.
what, from the 25-yard line, he tried to throw it into the end zone?
Well, he tried to throw it way down the field, and he threw it shorter than any of the Eagles receivers were.
All right.
I don't know how far it actually was, but it was so.
I thought it was a pretty decent game, except for maybe that last penalty.
Yep.
It was a tight game.
There's a guy I watch under, and I guess give me y'all's opinion on it, but there's a guy that I watch that does all his media ministry stuff for his church, and he was showing today how what the process is that he normally goes through to get ready for like a Sunday morning or Sunday night service, as far as like getting all the computer stuff and the presentation software and everything ready, and how he records the sermons and everything. Well, then he says that they're gonna have a Super Bowl watch party after the night service at the church. And my question is, how are they going to skip all the ads or make it so that they don't show something inappropriate at church watching something like that?
Yeah. Not if they're doing it live, they're not.
No, clearly if they're doing it live.
Well, I'll see you guys in a little bit if you're still going. I gotta feed kids. Olivia just woke up.
Might not be here, Jeff. I might not be here. I've got to be up at 6:30 in the morning, so it's gonna be a short night. But yeah, we understand.
All right. See you guys later.
Yeah.
and they don't have internet, so the church, so I don't know how they would do that.
No, the church I'm referring to that said they was gonna have a Super Bowl watch party, they have internet. They live stream because this guy was showing how he live streams the services or whatever every Sunday, what he does to get ready for the church service every Sunday. And he mentioned on there that they was gonna have a watch party or whatever. So I was like, I don't.
Well, can you watch it on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube's fun. Yeah, I watched it actually off YouTube. I was trying to think.
Yeah, I understand how they would actually show it. They could just show it on the projector through whatever means. But my question is, how do they, if they're showing it live or recorded for that matter, how do they get rid of the commercials because they don't want to show something inappropriate?
Well, if it's recorded, you just edit them out. But if it's live, you can't. And I don't think there were that many commercials that were borderline not being able to be seen in church. I'm just thinking back through the commercials and possibly one, and it didn't really show anything. It was what was being said, and if you weren't paying any attention, you could actually think it was referring to something it wasn't.
Hey, Ken, I did not see it, but every other one I've seen for his church, half of them probably couldn't be shown in church. I didn't see
alcohol and all that kind of stuff, related commercials.
Right, I'll see you guys tomorrow night.